All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here, of course, for HunterxHunter.
Episode 49.
And yeah, we're getting into some Phantom Troupe run-ins with the Leorio Gone Killua crew.
Trading, buy low, sell high, whole deal.
Yeah, it's world building, but I like that they used an outsider, a new character, to give another kind of feedback perspective on Gone in the previous episode. Now that they're using this as a way to tie in the Phantom Troupe directly to their plotline, we can make everything converge at some point.
Exactly. I never would have expected that would be the way they would do it, but I'm so happy that they did.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit weird in the beginning, but I'm definitely on board with it because I find that whole side of things in a fantasy setting to be very kind of fun and be like, ooh, let's see what they can do here.
Like that tickles my RPG bone. That's like, of course they're doing the money game.
Yeah, as a GM, I'm like, this would have been one of my side campaigns I would have put the PCs on for sure. And for this next episode, guys, we're going to do a little bit of a 3-2-1 deal so you guys can sync with us.
A little bit easier.
A little bit easier.
Yep.
And we'll get that started right now in 3, 2, 1, now. Machi and Nobunaga.
Yes.
Starting to get their names. Shinahanero ge Not even going to try.
By the end of this show, we'll be masters.
Right, we'll be...
Akira Manaisa.
Whoa, that was good.
Try
and read those sometimes. You just try again.
We can get that part.
Yeah, we can get that. That's easy. You just go away. Be gone, Hisoka. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Uvogin. Wait, that section of the Phantom Troupe are all the ones that will die, and it's the order that they'll die. Jacob, that picture with the Phantom Troupe, it's the ones that will die, and it's the order in which they'll die. It starts with Uvogin and ends with the leader, Chrollo. Oh my gosh!
Okay, and it has Hisoka at the end.
No, Hisoka's not even in it.
No, he's right there.
I know. Yeah.
But
that doesn't... That's not what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Move out. Yep. Getting the names good. All right. I love how they're traveling incognito in a little bit more like casual style.
Yeah. Those people know.
Do they, though?
I think so.
They do seem to be staring at them.
Yeah.
Oh, they're people that are hunting the Phantom Troupe as well.
That's definitely a possibility.
It could also be a bounty, Gotcha.
Nice. Wow.
Nice. So he's information gatherers.
Yep. Wow, they're going to die.
Wow.
That was so obvious.
Yeah. Right.
Until you see a head on a spike.
No, they're like that. They
believe in him.
They believe in him, exactly. Keeping it simple. It's true, though.
But you could always try and get the jump on them.
No, really. Like, with Nen, they could probably hear what they're talking about in there.
Oh.
Whoa, really?
Okay.
Dang.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Just a general rule of thumb. Stay away from the Phantom Troupe.
I love how they changed the color scheme.
Yes, they kind of chibi-fied them, too.
Yeah, of course they did.
Yeah.
They were amateurs.
Yeah.
Ah,
right.
So they're wanting to be able to find out who's after them.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. That also is definitely a possibility.
Yep. That's
Right.
why there's only 2 of them here.
Mm-hmm. But they're making sure it's 2 of them, not 1 of them, right? If it was just 1 of them, they probably wouldn't be so bold.
Whoa. Whoa. Yeah.
Yeah.
We theorized that. Yep.
Read between the
Didn't
lines,
say.
though.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Whoa. Yeah.
Right. It'd be movement, basically.
Right.
Ah. Although 3 congregated people with Nen would probably draw their attention.
Right. Yep. That's a good thing to have on the table and communicated clearly.
It also gets at their motivations and stuff, so that's really good. They're flipping a coin on it.
Yeah. And they didn't show us.
I thought they were saying that they were using that for like reflection to like get they thought they were in some area or something.
Oh crap, the boss is actually looking into this.
Okay.
Right, because those are the official ones, not the ones they hired out.
Yeah.
I love his voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're like, that's not gonna go well.
Right.
Mm.
Do they even know that Kurapika killed him?
No, they don't. Of course not. They don't even know he's dead.
Yeah.
They're just assuming that, which is accurate. Okay, so they'll hold the auction again at another year, but they're just done for this year.
Even though everyone there is dead.
Well, no, because they can just hold it in a different location.
Right. I'm more thinking like if there were VIPs that like are now gone, right?
Yeah. I think it's too big for them to lose everything over one event.
Sure.
And they also didn't lose any of the merchandise.
That's true. But if they're on the Hunter website, they certainly know where you live.
Yeah. Oh, he was lying. I thought they would do the auction. Yeah. Whoa.
Okay.
This is a statement that's being made.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, because it was... Uh-huh.
Oh, it was stolen. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So your job is to get him back?
Right.
Mm.
Hunters?
Oh, yeah, probably.
Whoa.
Oh!
Shoot, the Zoldicks!
Oh, yeah! Nice!
Oh, who's that guy?
I think that's the grandpa.
Oh, yeah, it is. Jeez.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be awesome.
And Chrollo is building it up.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep. Nice.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. This is getting crazy.
This is... Okay.
Oh, my gosh. Is that Chrollo? He just got into a suit.
I think so.
Like a tux.
Yeah.
I am so in on this.
Yes.
This is going to be amazing.
I want to see that design so bad. Like, even though it's just basically a suit, you know?
He's got the typical bad guy kind of slicked back hair thing.
Uh-huh.
And I think he would, like, really sell the suit and tux thing.
The fact that, like... This is going to be insane. I wonder how Chrollo is going to react. Dad? It's probably important to establish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although, we got the plan.
Although tailing when you don't have people to change out with is risky.
He did trail Hisoka. Yeah. And Chrollo's like, what the heck?
He's like...
Let's go. Here we go. And now that they're doing Zetsu before they're in their range of sensing, it doesn't make them aware.
Mm-hmm. Right.
He's on the rooftops.
They're
Both on the rooftops. Right, because he can tell based on his experience as an assassin. Right.
Losing sight of them is not what you need to be worried about.
Right. Dang.
Yeah, because
they still know.
Right, they don't have to see them. They just had to know that they were being watched back there, and then they're just assuming that we're probably being watched still, right?
Holy crap.
So the fact that they can't find them is actually what's telling them about their opponents.
Right.
Right, so they're trying to draw you to a known location.
Yeah. No, it's a trap.
Yeah, it's totally a trap.
Yep. They're just waiting. Uh-huh. Oh, you can sense them now.
Even though they're using Zetsu.
They think Kurapika is a member of the Nostrad family.
Oh. Yeah, probably.
That's very, very logical deduction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good point.
So they think the Nostrad family has this, like, expert net-user hitman.
And they do.
Using probably a lot. No, it's probability. Yeah. They're very small holes, though.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Now, women's intuition. I love it.
That kind of applies to us in some way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means they know they're being followed.
Right. Ooh. Oh. Oh no. Oh, and they're not telling us as the viewer. Oh,
Yeah,
crap.
Yeah.
Whoa! Holy crap. The tails are being tailed.
That is a problem.
Snap.
That is a problem. So there's 4 of them all total.
Yeah, at least. Oh my gosh. And he is actually able to track him too. Oh my gosh. What the heck?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay.
Oh. Good strength. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is
You're
not
interfering.
Good. Wow. That's genius. Haha! He was sensing some of the people stalking them necessarily. Oh my gosh. Yeah, a few questions.
So, is he able to detect people even when they're using Zetsu?
Oh crap.
Even though he does know him,
He
they
doesn't
don't know
know
it's
him.
Kurapika.
Right. His honesty is something that they're going to read, though.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, well, that's weird. He's telling the truth. Yeah, exactly. No, please don't check. Please don't check. Yeah. Be honest. No, that's true. Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mhm.
Yep. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh. Right.
That's true, because he's not actually a
Who
pro-hunter
taught
yet.
you? Oh, crap. He's... No.
Nope. An enhancer.
Yeah. And he's lying about there. Last question. Oh, crap. Oh! Oh!
Wow.
Oh, that's such a chilling question.
3 seconds.
Oh, phone call. Gon's already moving. Oh! No.
Oh.
Whoa!
Oh.
Whoa!
Oh. Oh.
Dang. Any guesses? Maybe Killwa's a little bit smarter, and he's like, well, someone who might be against the Phantom Troupe.
Yeah,
And,
but there's
you
probably
know-
a ton of people against the Phantom Troupe. You know?
Yeah, we'll see.
Are they going to meet Chrollo here?
I don't know, but they might see Hisoka.
Yeah, Hisoka's going to be like, hey.
Oh, yep.
And
there we
Hisoka.
go.
Okay. All right.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, nerves mounting to their limits indeed.
Just a bit.
Oh,
Wow.
well,
So-
now.
so,
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I was a little bit like, okay, Killua, you get the feeling they know you're there. You should just go right now, right?
Yeah.
Like, be cautious above all else, right? Because
Right.
something like this could happen,
Yeah.
and
And it
they're not
turns out-
dead.
Yeah. Oh no,
Like-
they're fine for now. The main thing that I was really surprised in is that they had them go to all this measure to be concealed, and then they were still being sensed anyway. But they never said I sense 2 people. They said I
Right.
sense multiple people, which
Yeah.
we don't
Yep.
know who they were sensing technically.
Right. Well, I think it was that they were sensing the other 2 Phantom
Yes.
people.
That is the
Right.
That is the possibility. The question is, was it like Gon or Killua in addition to them, or is it just them? Because I feel like Gon, surprisingly enough, has almost equal level sneaking skill as Killua because of whatever unnatural instinct he has that makes him able to do that with Hisoka before he could use
Exactly.
Nen.
Yep.
It's
Killua
kind of
was probably a bit jealous, and that's why.
Right. That's why he bopped him on the head. It's
Yeah.
like, what the heck? How do you keep doing this?
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
are you
exactly.
so good at certain things?
Right.
Which is interesting because I just wanted to bring this up. This isn't really relevant to the episode, but they said that people who have exceptional talent or skill in certain areas before they're using Nen can sometimes unconsciously use Nen.
Yes.
And Gon might have been using that as an example.
Yes. Absolutely. I think
the island.
I think Wing pointed that out. Yeah.
Potentially, yeah.
Now,
but I loved that bit where they were like, "Oh, imagine if they were two Hisokas."
Yeah.
And you know what's great? I like that they're comparing them to Hisoka because we actually know kind of how dangerous Hisoka can be, but we also know how unpredictably dangerous he is.
That is a great point.
In that there's the varying levels of danger he can present.
You don't know what to expect. If anything, thinking about it as two Hisokas is maybe a bit more safe than what it actually is, because Hisoka is... He's unpredictable.
He's kind of biased toward, and he's also
times.
Biased towards Gon in particular in a positive way.
Exactly.
Whereas when this episode ended, they were presented with like 8 Hisokas.
Yeah, one of which was actually Hisoka.
And it's like, by the way, into the
out of the frying pan and
into the fire.
Yeah. Like this is a bit of a problem now.
But if you think about it from the storytelling perspective, my thing that we were talking about in the beginning was they are consolidating the variables.
Yes.
They're consolidating the storylines and converging them as smoothly as they can, as quickly as they can as well. And this is probably one of the fastest consolidations of main plot lines that they've done. Ever in the show.
Like, they were even consolidating plot lines we didn't know were plot lines. Like, the fact that the Zoldicks had been introduced in the previous arc.
Right.
And they're like, oh, well, actually, no, 2 arcs ago.
2 arcs ago.
2 arcs ago. And they're like, okay, now we're going to bring them back. And
exactly.
Like, this is... so many characters are all going to be converging at the same point.
And the thing I'm also, like, kind of excited about is... Hunter so far has done group combat like every once in a while. They don't just rely on the one-on-one kind of
they haven't done group on group yet.
Yes, and I think that's about what we're about to see. Like, it's not necessarily going to be visually displayed group on group. That's very hard to animate.
It might still be like the Phantom Troop breaks up into smaller pieces or something like that,
and fights the smaller pieces of the other
Zoldyck family. And
well, that's the thing. I think they're only bringing in 2 Zoldicks. I don't think they're bringing in all of them. I think they're bringing in the top tier Zoldicks.
Yeah.
I think we can logically assume that with Nen, age really doesn't matter, except in the idea that the older you are, the higher chance of more experience you have fighting with other Nen users, and then, of course, using your own Nen abilities.
Right, which is great, because that does way more to affect battle in this world than, say, like in some, other shonen where it's like, oh, they're old, so they're really strong.
Good. Right.
But they talk about it as in, like, physical strength or whatever kind of strength they're talking about, as opposed to, technical
strength. Yeah, exactly. Whereas, Netero, for instance, had to, like, soften his abdomen when Gon went to headbutt him, otherwise he would have crushed Gon's skull.
Yeah, exactly.
We know that the reason why that is because his aura is so strong, making his Ten very strong.
Right.
Therefore, he is strong physically, but it's more of his soul strength, Nen strength in combination with his specific techniques.
Yep.
So that makes the presence of these 2 elder Zoldicks, even though the father isn't necessarily old.
Right, but he's at least the leader of the family right now.
It's not Illumi walking in.
Exactly, or Miluki, or the little one.
Yeah, exactly. And also it shows, in a little way, a little bit of a tiered power structure to where Killua and Gon have really done well with specific techniques, but once a Phantom Troop member or 2 or 4 of them show up, it's over. It's over. Just
over.
Stay calm and Stay calm and answer questions honestly.
Exactly.
And answer that you want to die later.
Yeah, I'm very glad that they brought that up and like didn't have them be like stupid and like try and talk their way out of it. They're like,
yes,
okay, yeah, you got us. There's nothing we can do here.
I liked the little thing where Gon was about to move and Machi's just like, nope,
twitches, and suddenly she's right there holding him.
Yep.
That was,
I like also that these are adults, the Phantom Troupe, and they act smart like adults.
They
like
novel concept,
I know, but anytime you have young protagonists, oftentimes the older characters will just be stupid for plot reasons.
Exactly.
And I love that the Phantom Troupe is not stupid for plot reasons. Like every single move that the Phantom Troupe has made has been smart so far.
Right.
Except for Uvogin, where he got emotionally imbalanced,
right?
Which made sense because his character actually had a reason for that,
right? Yes, and that was and they established, very quickly that was something they were used to. They're like, oh, okay, well,
exactly,
be careful.
Yeah.
Now, if anything, the person who was being stupid this episode was Killua.
Yes.
Yes. But even then, that could be something that could be explained away because he is a kid. And even though he's been doing this since he was 3...
Yeah. But he was telling himself that. I think it's pride.
Yeah.
I think Killua was getting a little bit arrogant about
Let's just call it professional pride.
Yeah. I think he's getting a little bit arrogant in his own abilities as a Zoldyck and thinking, I have been doing this since I was 3. Yep. It's like, these guys have been doing this for longer than your life. Like,
do you know what I think it is? Do you know what I think it is?
What's that?
He's wanting to make sure that he's better than Gon.
Well, that's a running theme, but that's more competition. That's not That's not necessarily a complete ego thing. There's a little bit of camaraderie and friendship in there. When you play a sport with someone that you're close to and you two are always working in tandem with each other, you want to do better than that person.
Absolutely.
You use them basically as the goal to chase or as a springboard to go higher.
Completely. Yeah. But I would not be surprised at all if there was a little bit of that was not super healthy, where
because Gon just casually mentioned how he tailed Hisoka for
a day, and he's like, well, then I gotta make sure that I can get this. I'm from the assassin family. I should be able to do that.
And that's a good point. They did say compare them to 2 Hisokas. So in his mind, he was already tailing Hisoka, and within about an hour or 2. They had failed, I would say.
Although really they had failed before they started, because if they were really thinking about this, if Kurapika was there, what he would have noticed is he's like, okay, those people that we got to give us their location, those people were obvious. They screwed up. They know they're being watched now.
Right.
So that means when they leave here, they will naturally assume that they're being followed. It doesn't matter.
So we need to wait to catch them again, basically, or we need to give them a dumb lead. Like, we can pay someone to follow them. And let them get caught,
or just and you don't even need to pay them to follow them. Just say
they have a bounty of 2 billion.
Call somebody and be like,
heads.
I've got a tip on these people. They have a bounty of 2 million Jenny on their heads.
2 billion.
Oh, 2 billion
each,
right? And then just be like, they're right here, and then someone will follow them. That'll draw them away, and then
they'll get a nice little casual,
person to curb stomp.
Backslapping of 6 or 7 casuals that show up.
With
their free-to-play gear, just coming and be like,
free to play, pay to win.
This is gonna finally get me on the map. No, splat. Sorry, I clapped really loud with the microphone and stuff like that. That might have been a bit much.
Rip headphone users.
Yeah, rip headphone users. Okay, so with this bringing them all together, will we now shift back to Kurapika?
I think so, because I think this is because they focused on Kurapika, even though Kurapika was not actually there.
Well, of course, the Phantom Troupe is investigating based on Chrollo's orders this chain user because there's a potential threat to the group because
and
this
also
person was a legitimate
new recruit.
Well, not only were they a potentially new recruit, there's someone that actually killed one of, if not the strongest person in the group. Because I think one of the things that needs to be kind of mentioned is HunterxHunter, I think, will casually drop things like the strongest a lot. And what they're actually not necessarily meaning is the person who is the best fighter or the best Nen user.
Right.
They mean actually
the person
strongest.
that is the strongest. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Basically the person that if they were to fight one-on-one, they would have the best chance of breaking their face in with a single punch.
Exactly.
Yep. Regardless of what their 10 was or anything like that. But I have no doubt in my mind that Chrollo could own Uvogin in a single fight.
Yes.
I don't know how. Maybe he actually couldn't.
Well, if nothing else, he probably understands Uvogin's powers very well, whereas he probably doesn't. He probably didn't understand Chrollo's. I doubt very many
probably
people
doesn't
in the Phantom
have to
Troupe
fight
at all. Yeah, exactly.
Right, they might know like a technique of his or something, and maybe can deduce. Oh, he's one of these 2 or 3 Hatsu branches. But Chrollo was an actual focus this episode as well. Yeah, I wanted to bring that up. He was eyeing Neon.
Yes. Yep. And he went out in disguise.
Right. And
alone. Yes, that is.
So.
Yep.
What is he doing?
I don't know. Okay, now, all right. This is a crazy thought.
Okay, go for it.
I hope they don't do this. But what if Chrollo's specialist ability is that he can steal Nen?
He steals,
or at least
like
techniques.
the energy of Nen.
Either the energy of Nen or like techniques, or maybe it's only specialist techniques or something.
Well, specialists. Well, okay. Kurapika is a specialist. As far as things are concerned, even though he has multiple access points,
and it's only when his eyes are activated or whatever. Maybe that's why he wanted the red eyes.
Specialists, at least Kurapika, can use all Nen techniques.
I don't think so. I think that was Kurapika's specialist ability specifically.
But the thing is, we don't know that.
We don't.
So I think there is a little bit of credence to what you're talking about.
I think we would know that if it was that, because Wing probably would have let them know. Like he would probably know if specialists could use all Nen techniques.
I think you're thinking about this a little bit too logically. Actually, the show has to build up hype for specific reveals.
Sure.
You don't want to just casually throw that away and then he's like, I'm a specialist and I can use all things. Like, that moment was such a big, what?
Yes.
Now, I think the reason why they actually had Kurapika revealing that as a specialist is because Chrollo is a specialist, and based on what we've learned now of specialists, they're going to expand that learning a little bit more. And it's not going to be, I think you're right in some way, it's not going to be that he can steal techniques, it's going to be that he can, like, learn techniques. Like, he can like actually go to Neon in particular and be like, she is the reason for this whole place of success. I think that would be a very useful technique.
Right, because here's the thing. If Chrollo was going after Neon because he thought the chain user's associated with them, right? He thinks Kurapika is a part of that.
They think he's a part of the family, right?
If that was actually true, and he was going to do all of that, he would not go alone if it was something that was supposed to be dangerous, right?
Right.
He would go with other people if he was on a hit mission.
We don't know that, though.
Okay, I'm pretty sure we would, unless he had some ulterior motive more than just defeating the chain user.
Yes, I think that's the case. I think he's going there
for Neon specifically.
Yeah. The point of that little scene seemed to be that they were basically giving the target for Chrollo. Chrollo was the one on the mission. Mm-hmm. He was getting the info through the nicest Phantom Troupe member.
Yes.
I still forget his name. But then the target was Neon. Mm-hmm. And now the problem is I'm guessing the way they're going to have this set up is that Neon won't necessarily be with Kurapika anymore based upon the orders of...
Yes, exactly. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Which keeps Kurapika away from the really big bad end boss.
Right.
Who went with her? I think it was Melody and Basho, right?
Yeah, Melody and Basho, which is unfortunate.
Poor Melody.
Basho, who,
No, he's got a cool technique.
Yeah, he's got a cool technique.
I would really like to see his height haiku.
Yeah.
I almost said haiku.
I know.
I would like to see his haiku really work on someone like Chrollo. And Chrollo's like, oh, that's clever. And then he's like maybe he is like Sylar or something like that, and he steals it. I don't think he steals it. I think enough mimicking copy stuff in this show, it's a little bit dangerous to do.
Yes, absolutely. Because because it's something that is how do you counter that? Because you can basically have power creep, and then bad things happen.
Well, the way you counter it is you just write him out of the story. You kill him, and I feel like that could happen. But I almost feel like him just stealing or copying would be a little bit much. I like the idea of him learning it, if anything.
Yeah.
He's not good at everything. It's that he's like, oh, that looks really interesting. Okay. Show me how that works. And then they show him how that works, and then he's like, okay. And he doesn't even need to kill them or anything. He just walks away. So that might be why he hangs out around the Phantom Troupe for specific times, or has different people around him. He casually is like, what are some things you've learned recently? And maybe he doesn't even tell them. He's like, I just need to know for security reasons.
Well, here's another thing that, okay. So, with Chrollo, his name is unique, for one. His design has a lot of darks and purples and things like that, right?
Yeah.
Which makes me think of some kind of, spatially shifting...
Well, whatever. Chrollo has a reference to time in some way, chrono.
Exactly.
It's based in the Latin roots of it. So
what I'm wondering is, because the reason why I kind of don't want it to be any kind of mimic thing or whatever. Right, exactly. But the reason I don't really want it to be a mimicking type ability is because that seems too lame. Powerful, but too simple, and he has so much magnanimousness about him. It needs to be a power that's just oh, that is out there.
Well, no, I think you can have it out there and have just you might be onto something with the learning side of things, but have that just be one of his techniques. It's not that Nen people have their specific one thing that they do.
That's true.
It's more like they have a branch of things within branches of things that they do, and then those have little mini facets on top of facets. It's why Hisoka uses bungee gum as his primary technique, but the way he uses it
is through transmuting.
It has a whole varying degree of different uses.
So
as well.
here's one of the things I'm wondering. With specialists, they say specialists are the ones that don't fall into any one of the other 5 categories, right?
But they kind of do by not falling into any of them.
Right, which is, but that's concerning if you think about it, because when other people come up with techniques to use, right? They'll think, okay, I'm in this category, so I'll make a technique that does something related to that, right?
Right, because it's going to be stronger.
Exactly, because it's going to be stronger. But for specialists, how do they actually determine what techniques they use and the strength of them, because they are outside of
they have to go on some
side.
Soul searching, no pun intended.
Yeah, they either have to go on some soul searching, or they can come up with whatever the crap they want.
I don't think they can come up with whatever they want.
Right, I don't think so either, but the idea of how those abilities come about, with Neon, it seemed to be very much like a natural thing that she just
maybe she
did.
was drawing or writing stuff one day, and that's just
exactly
how it came about. We don't know because I like that everyone has the potential for Nen. It's based around the soul and aura and stuff like that, but it is an active training thing. It is something to where you actively go out and seek something out. So Kurapika chose chains.
Yeah.
He trained specifically to be able to use those chains in the way that he wanted.
Right. Yep.
That means that those decisions that led to the chains being the foundation of his technique were his. Now, I believe specialists have something similar to that, but it's the question of, do they find the source of the technique, or do they train specifically on a chosen technique based on maybe someone that was a previous specialist that learned a technique that was similar?
Sure.
And I think that's going to be mainly what it is. It's a lineage thing. People go to other Nen users to learn how to use Nen, And when they say, I want to learn how to use a technique that's like this, they're like, yeah, I can't really teach that to you, but I know someone, down in York, New City who could help you with that. And I think that's where it might not be unique to specialists in particular that they can learn and take other people's abilities, but they did say, and I think it was Wing that said it, is that you can't just take other people's techniques once you see them, because they could be in a different branch, and therefore it would be weaker if an enhancer used a manipulator's technique.
Right.
But because specialists like Kurapika can use all of them potentially, I would say that generally speaking, specialists are none of them and all of them by the virtue that they can probably choose whatever technique they want.
Okay.
So I might have said a whole lot of nothing there.
Yeah, but either way, that'll be interesting to see, because they'll have to address that.
They will have to address that.
Because once they actually go in depth onto another specialist, that is, especially if it's something that's like combat focused, not like Neon, then they'll have to address that pretty clearly.
Well, this would be a good way to do it. Let's say Chrollo ends up encountering Neon. However that goes down, there's going to be some kind of information that will come about because they're both specialists. I mean, we're basically all in on the Chrollo as a specialist theory. We know it's not confirmed or anything, but come on, guys. Come on. He's totally a specialist. What? That would be a huge missed opportunity. I'm an enhancer. Oh, well, okay, we were so wrong. Can you imagine? No, come on. They made a point of having Hisoka give the little personality bit,
and that was
the one that actually
stands
fits
out
for a leader.
Exactly,
is the one leader that he's obsessed with. Right now,
and that was when he mentioned all of them. I was like, oh, okay, those personality traits, that kind of makes sense for the Nen's specialization.
It does.
Those kind of make sense, except for the specialist. I'm like, what? Okay. Okay, but that seemed like a bit of an extrapolation,
right.
That's very specific.
Ooh. Let's say the personality has some bearing on the techniques. Jacob, what are something that people with high charisma stats are able to do? Turn people. Not necessarily turn people, but persuade.
All right, but how is that different from just a manipulator then?
Well, it's different from a manipulator because a charisma ability is specifically targeted towards people. An intelligence
targeted towards events?
Targeted towards environment.
That's also manipulator.
That's what I was saying. Manipulator would be the high intellect. And I'd say the conjurer would be the high wisdom modifier.
Okay, I like that idea. Although we did see the girl that had the kiss mind control, and she was a manipulator.
Okay, so that's where I guess it falls apart. But I would say one of the things that helps my theory, it doesn't really correlate as well to the other Hatsu techniques, is that when you think of a character with high charisma, you think of someone that's persuasive and has a lot of ability to sway a crowd. But when I think of what that verb sway, persuade, what all that does, is it is basically winning something or someone over to your side. There is a pulling. It is basically the saying of you are a person that releases out energy that is magnetic. And magnetism draws things into itself. And that fits maybe a little bit with your
kind of
idea
the black hole-ish
of him
style.
having... Yeah. And I think based on the look of his character, he's the kind of character that I think looks enigmatic, but is actually just a cold killer. He has almost a black eyes, kind of pallid skin, and just very the open chest. And does he wear some kind of pendant or something?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but he has this I'm hungry, I'm ferocious, and he keeps it all down underneath the surface with the cool veneer of someone that is magnetic. But he almost looks like one of those Vampire Coven cheesy teen novel leader guys who's got all that, like, sex appeal, you know? But instead, he actually carries it with class. And now we're seeing him in the suit, and it's like, oh, baby, here we go. Like, I'm about to become a Chrollo fanboy, and I just know it. Like,
well, yes, I am a big fan of when they have anime characters going around in suits.
Unless they're just casual mafia people about to get, mowed down by emitter bullets.
Yes. Having a character in a suit in an anime either means they are awesome,
or they're gonna die,
or they're completely useless and are probably gonna die.
Yeah. I just wanted to make that connection because visually I think Chrollo has a design that I think anime in general don't tend to do. They combined a couple styles, is what I'm saying.
For Chrollo specifically.
For Chrollo specifically.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm not saying he's unique.
Think that's what his powers are going to be.
You don't think what are his powers?
I don't think they're going to be based on something that would seem close to manipulation.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay. Well, okay. I agree. I don't think he's I don't think he's going to have any kind of mind control or anything like that. I was trying to draw a connection to your theory about how it could work in having the magnetic energy that is charisma be tied to if he's actually, like, taking abilities, which I think is a little bit of a stretch, to be maybe a thing that's based around charisma. And I was thinking, why don't we reverse engineer why Hisoka has specialists be charismatic or individualistic type people. Are there specific things we can infer from that
about
based
Chrollo.
Around Chrollo in particular, for assuming he's a specialist?
Sure. Yeah.
So is there anything specifically from you?
I think with tying into the charisma thing, I think the way that could work is how you mentioned that it's like an attraction of sorts,
right?
And maybe this is just me tooting the horn on my crazy theory, but if his design being similar to some sort of like dark black hole portal thing, whatever, I don't know, that would very much tie into that, because black holes are like known for being the things that just pull.
But they crush whatever they bring in.
That could be an intimidating, like, parallel possibly for his character.
Maybe that's how his aura, when released, will feel like. That would be actually kind of cool, is the idea that when Gon and Killua felt the aura
that could have been
from,
like a subtle build-up for, like, Chrollo's is going to be along those lines, but much worse.
No. That's remember when Hisoka released his aura? Yeah, in the hallway? It's the same kind of thing. It just showed it shows the nature of the wielder, and those two, Machi and Nobunaga, are killers. Like I mean, at least we are assuming they are because they're Phantom Troupe.
Right.
But of course, it's going to feel intimidating to these kids who are outclassed in every single way.
Yes.
So, Chrollo, what I'm saying is that his energy might be something a little bit more unique, one, because he's a specialist.
Sure.
But it might give off that feeling that you're talking about. That idea of you being pulled towards something that's dreadful.
Whereas, right. I like that. Because with the other people, it's sort of like the thing of, we should go, we should leave, we should distance ourselves from this. Whereas with Chrollo, it might be one of the things like the bugs that are attracted to the light bulbs. They're like, they know they're going to die, but they just can't help it.
Yeah. I think that would be a really cool technique, is the idea that Chrollo doesn't make people submissive in any way, but I would like there to be a technique that he has that is kind of the stereotypical fantasy dark presence. You know when Palpatine in Star Wars is like, yes, it is your destiny, and he starts like wooing Anakin. I'm sorry, Luke. Wow, I'm so dumb. I mean, he does woo Anakin, yes, but I'm talking about the OT trilogy. Mm-hmm. All right, he's going and kind of like, yes, is your father, and you, like your father, are mine, and that kind of thing done from a younger character's perspective, done from a much more charismatic character's perspective, could be very terrifying, because instead of it being a thing where it's not straight up manipulation, but it's something that where they relax a little bit of their defenses. That's maybe just some aspect of his techniques. Like, I don't want there to be a specialist where they have one thing and only one thing, and the technique is like easily countered. I like the idea of specialists being the easiest to counter, but I don't like the idea of Chrollo in this instance being someone that, like, once he reveals his technique, are like, okay, this is how he's gonna die. It's like obvious.
For someone like, say, Neon, that's fine. She's not a fighter.
Right.
But for someone like Chrollo, it's like, come on, he'd be prepared. I mean, maybe that's why he's so secretive with his abilities. Maybe.
Sure. Well, we don't know
that he actually is.
We don't know what
who knows.
Who knows?
True.
Maybe the people that are around him that he chooses to be around him when he's like needing
are the
guards
people who know.
Are the people that actually know.
And they help basically cover his counters. It's possible.
Sure. Oh, yeah. He might not even need to tell them. He might just put them there as like, and I need someone who would counter a manipulator because I don't deal well with those. I need someone to counter a transmuter because I don't deal well with those. And he puts those people that are good against those types next to him.
Yeah.
That's a cool thought. I like that.
Now,
I really like that.
Now, okay. Zoldyck family reunion.
Yeah, it's happening. It's happening. Oh, crap.
Like, everyone's going to be drawn to the one spot. And Kill was going to be there, possibly still a captive at that point, and be like, hey, Pops, you know.
Well, it's the next auction. It's happening tomorrow.
Yeah.
Prom's tomorrow.
Prom's tomorrow. But the thing is that people don't seem to be focusing on the auction now.
They don't.
I mean, they need to do it because of the auction.
Right.
But what they actually are after is the treasure, which the Phantom Troupe has in order so that the auction can happen.
And that was a little bit ambiguous, and I feel kind of bad for kind of forgetting, but Owl, when he was caught and tortured, they didn't make it super obvious that they had the treasure, because it was like, well, it didn't take long. Once I started, he gave up all his info anyway, and I'm like, okay, what did he give up?
And then they held up the little bag.
They held up the bag.
Right, but yeah.
If they got the treasure...
I think they did say at several points since then that, like, okay, now that we have the treasure, like, just to confirm it, but...
Yeah, but I feel like they might have just left then. Like, was the only reason they stuck around because Kurapika showed up, and Uvogin didn't want to go back to the rendezvous until he had dealt with the Chains User? I thought the Phantom Troupe rarely ever gets together. Wouldn't they just leave if that was the case?
That is...
I feel like Chrollo has multiple things behind this other than just getting the money. Because he made the point of saying, who cares? Like, money, of course, that's great. But you guys
want more than that.
You guys are better than that.
Exactly. So...
Because he was discounting the traitor idea.
Right, that is a great point, because that basically means Chrollo still got plans.
Right, he brought everyone together to do more than just steal the auction's treasure, unless they don't have it, which again,
but
I might be confused on, but I'm 99.9% sure they do.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Zoldyck's coming in, Kurapika and Gon are in the lion's den. Leorio should be like the MVP and pull like some kind of thing where he like put a tracker on Gon and like he ends up making a chaotic like...
Or he just senses for them because they're probably not using Zetsu anymore.
No, he can barely like do anything with Nen as far as we know.
Right, but since they're his friends, he might be able to know where they are.
Ooh, maybe he'll say, I gotta call Kurapika. And Kurapika now will actually answer. And he's like, Gon and Killua, we're tracking the Phantom Troupe, and now they're captured. And
Kurapika's like, don't worry, I'm already headed there. Oh, really?
But that might be a way to where Leorio can bring Kurapika into this without necessarily jeopardizing Gon and Killua's situation immediately. Because I feel like if he directly involves himself, it doesn't make sense for him to live. Like, I feel like he's a great character, and he should live a long time in this universe and have a good, happy life. But he is very much testing his limits.
He'll pull out his knife and...
Oh, the days where HunterxHunter was just two guys with some kids, and they had the kids don't have anything, and they just have batons and a knife. Oh man.
Oh boy.
This show is crazy. All right, well, I guess that's it for this one, right?
Yeah.
If you guys want to see the next 2 episode reactions, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon.
Yes.
You can get on early access, and also comes with Discord access. You can chat with us about storytelling or whatever. And we'll see you there. But until then, We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.